Like, share, and subscribe to the Cloud9 Talk podcast. Cloud9 underscore talk on IG. Cloud Hoops Consultant on IG and YouTube. Coach Cloud937 on TikTok. Man, follow all the platforms. Like, share, subscribe. What's going on? What's going on? We got another episode of College Basketball Weekly. Man, we took a little break. We'll be back at it, man. We got to cover the portal, man. There's been a lot going on in the portal. I'm outside, I want to take a daily walk, want to get out, change the scenery. It's clouds out here, Coach Cloud out here with my cousins back in the background, man, with the clouds, man. Got a beautiful background out here. You can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. Kind of windy today, but, I ain't no weatherman. I'm a college basketball man. So, man, let's get to it, man. It's been a lot of movement, a lot of teams been losing players, a lot of teams been gaining players, though, But is the market oversaturated with guards? It's a lot of guards. It's been over 1,000 players, majority guards, really almost over 2,000 players, majority of them guards, trying to get to the move up or move down the conference. And it's only 345 schools, which means teams. So it's only a certain amount of spots for over 2,000 players. Then you got your JUCO guards, the Division II guards, NAIA guards, got the overseas guards, post grad guards. So it's a very hard to get a spot in today's game of college basketball, though. It's just a lot of going on, man. And you got to be able to really make sure you have them good numbers to really move up that spot, though. Got to shoot the ball well. Can't be turning the ball over 3 to 4 times over a lot. Coaches see all that. They're going to be on synergy. If you got games on synergy, they're going to check it out. They want to know what's going on. Why is this guy leaving? What's the story with this guy? Why is this number so low? Why is this minute so low? So if you a guard, you really need to kind of reevaluate. I know everybody got a lot of agents and all that, but you might want to reevaluate on how you move, though. Because you just can't move as if you're like the number one priority. Because remember, there's a lot of different priorities out there in today's game. With I see a lot of teams getting D2 guards. They cheaper, they veterans, they develop. So if you're a young guard, maybe you think we should stay another year, develop more, then into the portal when you're ready, though. A lot of guys, enter the portal when they're not necessarily ready. And you gotta be prepared for that. Like, you can't just don't enter just to enter, because this is your career, and you can be back at the crib university at any time, though. So stuff like that, you got to play an eye to the market, not just what an agent is telling you a number. And sometimes you got to put down your number. Sometimes in business, because remember, this is business. It's not about basketball, because numbers is numbers, but basketball is a business at the same time. So you got to make sure, you're not trying to over budget yourself, or low by yourself as well. Sometimes it's good to start in that medium number, then you rise up instead of this is my max number right here. So you got to definitely be wary of how you moving in this space, especially in this new era of college basketball. Another thing I want to get into it. A lot of coaches are looking for older players, young talent in this portal era. So with that being said, if you're a younger player, you got to be ready now. You got to show that you can play, mentally adjust, pick up offenses, pick up defensive schemes early. Not when you get to campus. They want you to be ready now, because coaches don't have time, sadly to say, to get this ball rolling, because coaches only getting 2 to 3 years or they getting fired. Some coaches get 1 year. So older players, they taking all the market. This is how it's gonna be, though, in this new society. Welcome to pro basketball. When you're young guys, hard to crack in. So if you can really get your foot in the door or go to a school that really likes you, man, go to that school. Don't waste your time with these trying to compete with these older guys when you have no leverage. So just be smart about how you moving in the portal, though. And if you're an older guy, make sure you can go somewhere where you can thrive to increase your production. Don't be a role player. If you was averaging double figures, then you go up to a school and averaging about 5 to 6 points. So, you just gotta make sure you're moving right. Make sure you get the right decisions. Can't just, move up just because you think it's a good decision. Make sure you can move up where you can have the same usage rate. There's no point in moving up when you're decreasing your usage rate. You get paid more money, but now you're a role player. And that kind of stunts your long-term growth and mental. So, with that being said, just be smart on how you moving in this portal. So that's my best advice as far as, how to move. Like, you got a guard at Miami, Ohio. He was a freshman guard. He averaged about 5 points. I think if he'd have stayed another year, I think he'd be a six-figure guy. But, he into the portal, got an agent. I don't know. Sometimes you got to just, it's good to stay at times. Because the market, you can get overlooked in this market. That's just how it is. Get overlooked by seniority, stuff like that. Older guys. See, Rick Pitino, he getting EuroLeague guys, so you just got to be smart on how you moving in this portal. Another question. Agent versus no agent. I think, it's all situational. Agents help out with contract negotiations, stuff like that. Also, they can help you, reach out to coaches that you probably wasn't on that radar from jump. So you just gotta, like I said, it all depends on how, agents move and really just can they get you to where you need to be, not just making the most money for themselves. So that's another thing. Agents' job is to make you the most money. Sometimes they might put money over fit, and that can put you in a bad situation as far as long term, hit your growth. And, you got to be smart on who you trust, because it's all about who you trust in this space as far as being an agent and, just trying to maneuver in this new landscape of college basketball. So it's good to have it, but if you're a player that doesn't have no numbers or have no leverage, you best want to stay or go to a lower level. Then when it's time for the big money, that's when you get somebody that can help you negotiate this contract, put some insurance factors, stuff like that. So I think the higher the level it is, you definitely need an agent. But you don't need an agent right away. Like, you don't need an agent straight out of high school. Everything's going to come to you. So what do you need an agent for? To negotiate what, So it's just like, everyone's situation is different. So I'm not going to say don't get an agent, but some people do need an agent. They need help pushing their names. A lot of coaches have agents now. So like I said, it's just a whole new ball game on how you operate and how you move in this space of college basketball. Last year, guys, strategy, you got to have a strategy. Like I said before, man, how should approach the portal. Immediate role, long-term upside, and system fit over conference name. Just don't go to UCLA because, they got the brand, got the history, got the money, like a Donovan did. It took him a while. It took him literally to the latter part of the season for him to really be Donovan Dent that we know that was the Mountain West Player of the Year a couple years ago, or the prior season before. So you got to be smart how you moving, man. Don't just chase the name and the brands. Chase the fit and how they can help you launch yourself on their platform for a long pro career. Because NIL is only a short span of your career. You got a long career basketball that's left. So, chase greatness. Don't just chase fit at the end of the day, though. So, you're a senior. Make sure you can go where you can increase your usage rate. Not necessarily be the man, but if you was a good guy on a mid-major, you want to go to the Power 5, all right, make sure you go somewhere where they can use you the right way. Don't just go for the name. And if you're a guy that's looking to transfer down, make sure you go somewhere where where they need you as a priority and then as a fit as well, though. And that's where I think people get lost, is when they don't know where to go as far as fit-wise. And just, you got to be smart in this space. This space can get you a lot of different directions, and you'll be lost in translation. So simple as that. Here are some mid-major NIL sleepers. Conferences that you wouldn't think that have money. They got decent money though. They necessarily can't pay you $1 million, but they can pay you 6 figures though. Conferences like Missouri Valley Conference with Bradley, Illinois State, Valpo, Belmont. Probably got decent Indiana State, decent NIL. A10, Duquesne, VCU, Dayton, Richmond, St. Louis. Good NIL over there. Mountain West, UNLV, Grand Canyon, Utah State. Well, Utah State in the Pac-12 now. But at that time, Utah State, Fresno State now. A lot of schools, man. A lot of schools. You just got to be smart, man. I said, chase fit over money. And you can get paid regardless if you're good enough. You're going to get your money regardless. So that's all I got to say. Bad Porter decision. Players transferring down for money, but losing exposure. Players chasing Power 5 with no role. Over entering guys who shouldn't have left. Like I said, we kind of touched this based on this before, though. It's all about placement. It's all about making the right moves. If you chase money, it's just going to kind of land you to a place that you're going to not want to be. It's going to make you miserable. Yeah, you got all that money, but you're going to be miserable. Trust me. That's simple as that. That's the best advice I can give you is put fit over money. Money's going to come regardless. If you're good enough, you're going to get paid regardless. If you don't got the stats, you don't need to be worrying about money. You need to be worrying about fit. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to say. Portal winners and losers. High Point is a mid-measure that's killing it. Toledo, they've been killing it in the portal. Akron, Akron going to do what they do. Who else? Illinois State, they going to do what they do in the portal. Northern Illinois, they're going to reload. Western Michigan, they got a new coach. They're going to reload. A lot of these mid-majors going to, reload. I feel like Power Fives are missing bad values like to Kentucky last year where they spent $22 million. Indiana spent a lot of money the past couple seasons in NIL, and they really didn't get them anywhere. Not even past the second weekend. So, like, you got to be smart on, like, just don't accumulate talent. Accumulate with best fit your needs as a coach. Not just, this guy's here, we can just pay him. Nah, that's what hurt a lot of teams in the NBA. They just get a lot of guys, get a lot of talent, and just, sit them on, or they just don't fit, or they don't like them. So you got to kind of be smart on both sides of how you want to, maneuver this process. So that's all I'm going to say on that. My portal winners, Louisville, they got Floyd Bonga, got a lot of guys coming back. They got Woolley coming back, and they got Jackson Sheffield from Oregon. So, Louisville, they've been paying the big bucks. They're doing a pretty good job. Indiana, they got Marcus Burton, and they got a lot of guys from different Power 5 conferences. So they reloaded. They went the mid-major route. Now they're saying, all right, we're going to do something different this year. They trying to get back in the tournament and make some noise in the tournament. Xavier, they got True Washington from Miami. They got another guard from High Point. So, like I said, man, Xavier is cooking, though. Big East is cooking, though. They got some money to spend, though, in this portal season. Arkansas, they got some bigs. They needed some bigs. The bigs didn't get it done last year, so they got a couple mid-major bigs. Cole McCormick from Central Arkansas and Cole Balzer. So we're going to see what y'all talking about. Once again, I said High Point. They're cooking, man. They're cooking. Miami, they're looking like a well-oiled machine. Jay Lucas going to have year 2 rolling. Got Sheldon Hilton back. So that's a big, when you get retention, that's big for you in the portal as well. I'll say that. Pittsburgh, they're getting a lot of good pieces. We'll see, this is Jeff Cable's last year or is this an extension year? We'll see on that. Also, BYU, they just got Colin Chandler, Rod Wright back. Almost got him from Kentucky. So basically, they got 2 Kentucky players in this transfer portal. So they're doing a pretty good job. Shout out to Kevin Young, man. He getting it done. Got Bruce Branch, too, coming in. But hey, don't sleep on BYU. Ohio State, they're looking pretty good this year. They got my boy Jimmy Williams, Scottie Pippen's son, Justin Pippen from Cal. Got a bid from Kentucky. So, Jay Deebly, be hearing all the noise. Seems like he recruiting, he going to do the damn thing. He going to get the job done. So, let's see what Jake do. Cincinnati, Jared Calhoun. He's doing a great job in the portal, though, man. He's portaling, coming from Utah State. Let's see what he can do with this one. Then you got UCLA. They killing it right there as well, too. They got 2 bigs that's going to really, been crying all year about his bigs. So hopefully he gets some bigs that can really, some Eastern guys that drink vodka like he asked for. Kind of, let's see what he asked for, man. Flip Bonovich from Auburn. So let's see what he can do. Texas, got Isaiah Johnson from Colorado. Got the big back from Florida Atlantic that got him almost got him to the Elite Eight. So from that big from Lithuania. So that's big time. Providence been cooking, man. Brian Hawkinson, man, he's just been cooking all portal season, man. And I'm kind of interested to see how he finishes it out, though, because he's been killing it. And I just want to see what he can do, man. In the Big East, man, you got UConn, St. John's, they going low. So it's Providence and Villanova. Are they gonna fight for the best 3 teams? Or are they gonna jump over St. John's? We're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Big East is gonna be good. Be really good. DePaul, they getting guys too. Portal losers. LSU hasn't got anybody. All the players have left. So that being said, what is Will Wade gonna do? He hired a good staff, but can they recruit though? So we'll see what they can do. You get a lot of head coaches. A lot of head coaches don't work as hard though. So we'll see. Kentucky got Zoom Diallo, Allen Wilson, but they've been missing on a lot of players though. So hopefully that they get Tyron Stokes, but we'll see though. I got him as a loser right now though. Acquiring talent, but I don't know if the necessary fit. Arizona, they've been quiet. Vanderbilt been quiet. Mid majors, they've been getting plunged. Their teams getting plunged every year though. So hopefully they figure out how to get talent. Hey, call Cloud Hoops Consulting. We can help you with that. We'll help you with fit and all that. Houston, they got a couple guys though, but I don't think Houston is really taking a big step though. They had good talent last year. They got good portal guy, Del Greco from Kent State, but he's an undersized big, 6'8" center playing in the Big 12 when we're going to get 7-footers. I don't know about that one. Big 12, we're going to see, man. Seeing a lot of teams, Kansas been quiet. Haven't really heard much from them. Iowa State, they've been cooking. I will say they've been a portal winner that I kind of forgot to put on the list, but, hey, SEC, been quiet as well. Florida, been quiet. Like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing, man? It's time to step up, though, man. Who else been quiet in the SEC, man? Ole Miss been quiet. Mississippi State been quiet. They got Josh Herbert, that was about it. But other than that, man, team's been quiet, man. So, this episode, it's all about the portal, man. So, like, share, subscribe. We got some more portal news coming, man. Like, share, subscribe to the show. You dig?